Alrighty. Hey everybody, how's it going? Don't want to hold it on my lap all day. Alrighty. So, tonight what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some portrait painting. And I've actually been taking a class hosted by Grace. I can't think of her like full pen name, but basically she's known as Grace around the art community. She does wonderful little paintings, digital paintings, and she was doing a class this January, or starting this January, and so I decided to enroll. And so I am currently going through that class, and it's taught me a lot, because I actually wanted to do some portrait painting digitally. I wanted to get started in digital art, and I wasn't really sure where to go with it. So I decided to just take a shot on her class. Now, this is what I've been currently working on. This is mine. This is the reference. It's not perfect. I've learned a lot doing it, and that's why I want to kind of do more. So I'm gonna actually touch up this, and then we're also gonna jump into this one that I've prepared, because I want to also do kind of facial structure, the different expressions, how they changed the muscles in the face, and just kind of learning how to convey different expressions, because as you can see, like get a different brush. Thank you. So, like right, and oh, I'm on luck layer. Hang on. On my actual brush. Okay. Why am I not painting? Oh, it's because. Bloop. There we go. Okay, there it is. So, like, right here, you can see that on it. Yeah, I wanted to just. Okay. So right here, you can see that, like, her face kind of, like, sucks in a little bit. Kind of does one of these numbers with her jaw. And way too big for this. But, like, I want to learn how to do that, and then also kind of the face structure for... Yeah! A face structure, basically the facial structure of this. Now, in the class, we're actually supposed to use either Procreate, preferably, or Photoshop. Granted, you can use anything really. I have I've got Photoshop. It's somewhere over the rainbow. I don't actually know where I've put it. There it is. I've got Photoshop, but I'm trying to move away from Adobe's subscription because I can't afford it. Because it's a lot of money. So I've been trying to move away from it as best I can. And to be honest, Photoshop's not exactly... It is a competent, like, digital art software suite, but it's never been really built for that. Adobe's kind of tried to cram more stuff into it, and it is capable of doing it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Photoshop as a digital art software, but it's just not built for it. Neither is Affinity Photo, if I'm being honest. It's kind of equivalent to Photoshop in a lot of ways, so it's not really built for this, but it's the closest thing I could get to a Photoshop thing. I started out using Clip Studio Paint, which is actually a dedicated art software, but I found it lacking a few things that I needed, creature comforts, if you will. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do 3 portraits tonight. I'm going to do this one in Affinity, then I've got another one I want to do in Clip, and then I've got another one I want to do in Procreate, just to kind of get an idea of what I kind of want to, like the different ups and downs of each software and how each software is going to react to what I do. That way I can truly decide, okay, I prefer painting in Affinity Photo, or I prefer painting in Clip Studio, or I prefer painting in Procreate, and go from there, and kind of get a better idea of what I wanna do. Hey there, Hannah Wolf, how you doing? But currently, I started this technically in Clip Studio, and then I tried to import it into Affinity, and it didn't really work out. It actually lost like all my layers. So basically, I got the stuff I started working on. Like, I've got the base layer that I started, which was just the flats, like no highlights or anything, and then it just wouldn't bring in my layers. So that's why I can't really mess with anything underneath this initial paint layer. And I'm kind of like, oh. So, yeah, I've got that. Because here's some of my... Here was the original. Is that actually the... Nope, that's a clip. Or that's the original line art I started in Affinity. And then... This was her critique, which I didn't get a chance to implement, which I probably should. And then these were my flats. And then this was my latest that I submitted to her, and then she's actually submitted my critique right here, which basically just boils down to I need to blend a little bit more, which I'm not very good at blending just yet. I'm still learning. That way I can not have to go back and forth between the two. Oh, really? What happened, Anna? And I open up. I can look at that. This. I really wish Affinity would not assign different same dang thing. I hit B every time, and it always sends me to somewhere else. Like, I love Affinity Photo for a lot of things. This is not... Okay, so I need to take into account... She said in her critique video I needed to use this more as a base coat. I need a soft round brush. What's... That's the... If this blend out, I don't think so. I think it's too bright or too hard. Probably go to a soft brown. Little too... Had an exam at 8, then thought my day choir was meeting today. And thought I was meeting my acupuncturist, accompanist, who weren't counseling. Nice, awesome, Hannah. Much better. Blend like that's why I'm also wanting to look into different softwares, because I can't seem to get this to blend like. I can't get it to smoothly blend out. Able to go see I've met times before. Remember those? Nice, awesome, Hannah. I'm glad you're having fun. Good. I get solid, like shades in between. Outward. What of it? I almost need the brush to be a little bit more. Hey, Purple, how you doing, my man? Take that does not look right. Nope, nope, nope. Thinking maybe if I blush the edges out, that would look good, but no, it did not. Ah, Purple, it's good. You're learning with each, with each thing, you're learning a little bit. That's good, man. Never be ashamed of your art. You can cringe at it all you want, but never be ashamed of it. Like this, like overall I'm happy with it, but just the blending process is not my favorite world. But like I'm learning a lot and it's helping me get a little better. Next, I'm wondering this. I might just do that. I might just actually take this out to Clip Studio, just cause like the painting stuff in Affinity is not where I need it to be. Like I can't get this thing to do better and like blend more without messing with stuff that I really shouldn't. Okay, yeah, that's definitely not red. That's why we zoom out, kid. But also, my man, I mean, you're doing really good. Like the, it's Promare, right? The movie name. I know it's made by Studio Trigger. I know it's a thing, but I don't remember what. I can't ever like recall the actual name of it. But it's Promare, I think. And your Promare art looks really good. Like, I haven't seen that movie, but I've been wanting to. But it looks really good. Nice. I can't wait to see him, my dude. I think it'd be really cool. Hey there, November Man. How you doing? Man, how messy these are. These antlers are not good. these are awful antlers. That's okay. I'ma learn. I'll get better. I'll make good antlers. Cool. Still can't get that shadow to fit. Ugh. Photoshop is generally the industry standard. If you want my honest opinion on it, I would probably not recommend it for art. I mean, it's not bad by any means. Like, there's a reason it's the industry standard. But, like, I don't know. I've personally never liked it as an art program just because it's not really built for that. Honestly, like, even something like this, I'd say Corel Painter would probably be a better suit for painting in general. And this isn't Photoshop, this is Affinity Photo, which is also really not built for this, but I wanted to try it to see how it would do. Like, it's just not a really, it's not dedicated art software, so it's like, that's not really their priority. Kind of like, just there. Ooh, and so it's like, not ideal, but you can totally do it. There's a bucket fill? Yeah, there is. If you hit on Photoshop, it should be G, I believe. G is the, I mean, this isn't Photoshop again, but we can boot up Photoshop and I'll show you. You know what, actually, sure, why not? I'm gonna save this, because I'm gonna work on this more later. But you know what I want to get started on? I want to get started on this. This is the portrait I want to do tonight, or one of them. And you know what? I've used Affinity Photo, so for one portrait. Let's do Photoshop for one. Let's see. Let me put my money where my mouth is and be like, hey, you know, here's painting on Photoshop. Because, like, you know, because as much as, like, I've been like, oh, you know, you can't really do stuff like, or like, I wouldn't recommend Photoshop for it, you know, for art and stuff like that. It's like, you know what? Let me just see. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I should just shut up and stay on Photoshop. The heck are you? So here, we'll boot up Photoshop. Why not? Okay. So from the start, don't need that open. Can I get my color wheel? Watch it. There we go. Okay, and let me go ahead and switch. So G is the all right, I haven't set up my tablet for this yet. Shift T should be new layer. Why is new layer not popping? Whatever. Anyway, so G is your fill bucket. And let me see. For some reason there we go. My tools are not, my shortcut keys aren't working on my keyboard. But they work for, heck, what's going on? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Leave that there. me actually lock you. That's not what I need. I forgot I haven't set up the... Oh, give me a second. Okay. That's good. Okay, there we go. So, let me just go ahead, set up my thing real quick. My memory serves. Photoshop's new layer should be Shift Command N. Command N. Go, cause I... Oh wait, oops, I meant to put that down there. Cause like I've got them all kinda similar. Yeah, I need to reposition that. Can I just move it? Yeah, I can't. Go see it. Oops, that's... N... Shift Command N, what do you want to call it? Layer, done. Actually change you. B. New layer. This one will be, since Alt is technically the eyedropper, I really don't need an eyedropper. Well, it wouldn't hurt. I guess I'll put it there since I want to have it there anyway. And for my pen, they haven't messed with anything, right? Yeah, undo, redo. Where did my applications go? Okay, well, I don't know where my applications went to, but there we go. Alright, new layer, drop downs. I really don't know what to put. Actually, you know what? I should put this as Alt. Cause let me just double check. Yeah, Alt. So I should just put it as this, so that way I can just quickly grab it instead of going to the actual tool. Clear. Oh, I have to put it as a modifier. Okay. Modifier. Be under option. Go. Can I name you? No? Okay, fine. Now to figure out what to do with the last three. These. I really don't need anything else. Yeah, I really don't need anything else right now, so I will just leave those as is. Okay. So, let me just test out. Fine. I could have sworn I named you Brush, but whatever. Fine. What the? I switched that. No, I switched that. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Why you gotta be this way, man? Yeah, I switched all this. What do you technically know your Photoshop 2020? I'm so confused! I mean, do you count as an other application? Or are you just being mean to me? Is that the problem, Photoshop? You just don't like me? We had something special, man. Well, oh, now it's just working. Whatever, Photoshop, you just do what you want. Cool, awesome, everything works. All right, gonna get started. So I need a not round brush. I need a round brush, hard round brush. I need a hard round brush. Hard round brush. Look how hard it is. Look how hard it is. Okay. I actually want to switch to it. Let's go with newfound power. Grab the. There we go. It's dark. That's not really dark. Sure, why not? All right. Watch. I'm gonna be like, oh man, I'm refused to use Photoshop as a art tool. By the end of the stream, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna use Photoshop as an art tool now. Which then I just give more money to Adobe that I've not already given. Because good gravy, I think I've. Let's see, I've subscribed to Adobe since I started YouTube. So that's been 10-ish? No, wait, no. No, I didn't subscribe to Adobe when I first started, because I started off using, like, Movie Maker. So, I think around the time I started using Premiere Pro, I subscribed to Adobe. So, that was roughly, gosh, like, it's almost been 9 years I've given Adobe $30 a month for the subscription, I think. Oh. That's like $33 times 12. I'm not even gonna do the math. It's gonna make me sad. that's gonna make me so sad, because that's like thousands of dollars. The worst part is, the only apps I really use from Adobe are Photoshop and Premiere and After Effects sometimes. Sometimes I use Illustrator, but not really that much. Oh my gosh. But anyway, that's fine. Alright. The only problem is her hat really, like, doesn't tell me where her freaking head is. Ooh, this is weird. I don't have smoothing on, right? Can I check that? Harness. Now I can check. Oh, flow, smoothing. Is it on? Doesn't appear. No. But also, can I mess with my pen pressure and stuff? And I know it's here somewhere, and it's buried in one of these menus. That it? It has been a hot minute since I've used Photoshop. Not gonna lie, I haven't used Photoshop since my digital imaging class that I got an A in because I know a lot about Photoshop. But like like I can do digital image manipulation. That's easy. But like when it comes to actually drawing on Photoshop's stuff, I've never really used Photoshop as like an art thing, but I've always known it's like the animation stuff in Photoshop. It's been tacked on, and like people use it because it's all people know. And so it's like, I've never wanted to be that type of person. Nice purple. That's, I wish I could do that. But like, one thing that that I was told was, it's like, you know, Photoshop is a photo editing suite. It's not really meant for like digital art or like animation. For that, you'd really want to get like an actual animation software. Like for storyboards and stuff, Photoshop's mainly used. But now Storyboard Pro is becoming more of a useful thing, and Sketchbook is a really good sketching app. Like, it really is a very well-built sketching app for your, like, if you're wanting to do graphite and charcoal and stuff like that, getting your rough ideas down, and then taking them, say, into Photoshop or whatever. And then Corel Painter, I've been trying to get Corel Painter to work with me here. But, like, I haven't really gotten a chance to really mess with it as much. But Corel Painter is from what I've used, it's very good at what it do, which is mostly painting. I haven't tried the 2020 version. I like the color stuff it does in the 2020 version, but I haven't bought it, so it's like the trial's expired, and I'm like, I kind of want to buy it, but I've got Corel Painter 2019, so yeah. Krita I also haven't used. Krita I hear is really good art software, and it's got a better animation suite. That much I know, because I've used Krita's animation software. But Clip Studio is also really good. I've seen a lot of people use Clip Studio. So, like I said, I want to try it all. I want to get an idea. Like, I don't ever want to sit there and be like, well, this is all I know, so that's what I'm going to use. Like, I learned Photoshop, and I've used Photoshop for 10 years. Like, so it's like, I know that it's like, I could use Photoshop. I could do Photoshop upside down, backwards, forwards, left, and right. But it's like, I never want to settle for that. And yes, I do have a folder called Art Software, because I have so much of it. It's like, I've got Corel Painter 2019, Corel Painter 2020, Amedyne, Storyboard Pro, Storyboarder. AstroPad's technically not a art software. It lets me use my iPad like a Cintiq, which is pretty nice. It was pretty nice before I got my Wacom. Clip Studio, Sketchbook, Krita, Harmony, Wacom. About it. Then I've got Island, which is a script writing software. I'm gonna just put you there for just the sake of the fact that I need a spot to put you in. And I guess I should just rename this to Creative Software, honestly. It's spelled incorrectly? Oh my gosh, it is! Why did I not notice? Oh my gosh, it is. This is why I don't get keyboards. This is why people don't give me keyboards. Oh god. But yeah, I've been trying to get rid of Adobe for a while, just because, like, I've slowly weaned off of it. Like, I don't use Audition really at all. Like, at all. I really should just get rid of it. I switched out Illustrator for Amedyne. It's more basic than Illustrator, but I'm fine with that, because I really don't use, like, the intro. Hang on. Let me show you guys. So this screen right here, I did it all in Amedyne, and it's stuff like this that I use for Illustrator and stuff like that, vector stuff. Like, the BronyCon thumbnail that I still have to put out the stupid video for is an completely vector-based art. And a few other things are completely just vector-based. Yeah, I use Audacity for my Windows stuff. Audacity doesn't work well on Mac. Like, it just does not. It does not like Mac, and I don't know if it ever will. That's fine. But, like, I can't use Audacity. Otherwise, I would, because I love Audacity. Audacity's great on like my, like on this rig that actually is basically my recording rig. It has Audacity on there because that's what I use. But like basically to go over what software I use for YouTube, I use Premiere for my editing. I use now Affinity for my thumbnails. I use... Why do I have 2019 and 2020 on here? Are you taking up room that I don't need? Really? Whatever, it's fine. But mainly those are the two, like, major softwares I use. Everything else is kind of just, like, supplementary. You should go in... You're a reference app. Alright, any oozles, I might as well stop procrastinating and get working. Because we've been 46 minutes here and I've done absolutely nothing with myself. I'm on another I'm on another layer, right? There. And brow line is... Can't really tell top of head, so that's fine. Also, can't see her ears, I just noticed that. Yeah, I'm kind of sad I missed out on HarmonyCon. I think it would have been fun. So, I've never actually done it this way, but, like, the way Grace does it is she just does the contour, so, like, she just kind of does one of these numbers on it, and then just goes from there. And I've never done that. I've always done the head, and then head shape, and then all that. That looked like a butt. So... That's what I've always been told to do, is start out with a circle, which, fine. Very big forehead sheet. Then this. And then just refine from there. Am I on the same line? I was like, I'm about to be an upset panda if I put myself on the... That's supposed to turn to my eraser. Why you no turn to eraser, boy? Why? Why'd it be this way? Where's the tool? It'd be... Heck. Why is it not erasing? That's on the right layer. Why is... Oh, I understand everything! Am I pushing... did I hit an option? Can you turn the opacity? That's better. That's what I wanted. You dingle. That's what I... To be clear, this is my sketch layer. Not gonna be. Uh-oh. The head is actually. Magnus has the greatest epiphany of his life. What? I didn't do anything! I don't know what you're talking about! Ah, wrong button. Wrong thing I needed. This, not that. I didn't realize I made a sound. I don't know. Didn't intend to make a sound. Ah! Yes, I do understand everything. This is like the worst head I have ever drawn. Nope, that's not true. I'll gladly prove myself wrong someday. You know, if I really wanted to do, like, if I really wanted to just not learn anything at all, could just, you know, take the reference photo and just trace. If I really, then I wouldn't learn anything. No fun. Although, I would say if you're learning, tracing isn't always a bad thing. Learn something. Trying. Point is, you should. See, what I'm gonna do is basically, I'm going to rough out everything, and then I'm gonna put it over here, which I probably shouldn't have put all this gobbledygook over here, because now it's just gonna make everything look weird. But basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to check myself. When doing traditional art, you can't really do this, which is one of the advantages of having digital art, or of doing digital art, is you can actually check yourself a lot easier. But basically, here, because you send through the Discord, or Twitter, or Facebook messaging. Basically, any way that you can get a hold of me, you can send your art in, and I will put it up on stream. But basically, what I'm going to do, because like I said, in traditional art, you really can't double check if you're using a live model. At least. There are ways, I guess, you could check if you're using a reference photo, like say, printing it out, putting it on Lightbox, having at it. Check my proportion. Her head is a little big. A wee bit big. So what I'll do, slim that down. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with tracing your own art. Like, that's a good way to do inking, for instance. If you use like a light box, put your original sketch on that, then take it with a light box and paint or ink over it onto a fresh paper. That's a good way to do it, because then you can that's a good way of getting your stuff. Why does my screen keep blinking in and out? Slim down. Looks more. Now, you know what? I'm just lock you. Thank you. Your face. No, that's actually about right. That's about how her head is. I actually need to. Are we out of music? Sounds like we're out of music. Sounds like we're out of music, kids. Alright, so I also don't want to rely on these lines too much. I also need to always be improving my actual skill of measuring by hand. That's always useful. But it sounds like we're out of music. So over. Then I will also check the Discord for any new art. So if you've got art you want to submit, tell me now. Not see any. Okay. I'm gonna keep on checking. Let me actually double check. Oh, hang on. There might be. Hang on, looks like somebody sent me a message. Completely alien. I'm watching your stream. Wanted to see my art up there. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm looking at something completely irrelevant to... like I normally do. Hey, somebody sent me something. Here. That's cute. Very cute. I likes it. Okay, let me pop that up onto the stream real quick. So this will take a minute. On Twitter, and I have to go over to Twitter. What? Jump. Oh, do I not have the Twitter app on computer? I don't.
Oh no! Ooh.
I can grab it real quick. Not the Twitter app. I don't need it. I don't use Twitter enough to really bother. Notifications on the tweets. Give me them sick tweets, boy. Okay, so I'm gonna use actually the painted picture you've got here, just for the person who knows who you are. Just because the other one is slightly nude-ish. I mean, it's not showing any genitalia, but I don't want to have any like chance of YouTube copywriting like nuking my video basically. But that is actually beautiful. Can I heart that? Yeah. Love that. And that is from M.A. Joe Brony. You have your... Cool, awesome. You actually signature and date your stuff. That's good. You always do that, kid. Like, that's always good. Because I don't want nobody stealing your art. Because your art is awesome. All of your arts are awesome. Why is skipping frames? Why skipping frames? Oh, here. What you want? Why you doing this? I mean, it looks like it's working. You guys okay over there? I'm assuming everyone's fine. Okay. It's looking more like a cube than a circle. Brow line. Technically, I don't really need to put the brow line, but I'm going to anyway. Here comes the hard part, because I'm not good at drawing a straight. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, man, I'm doing pretty alright. Oh, that is definitely not a straight line. I mean, it is, but it's not where it needs to be. I'm not good at drawing straight lines on digital. Like, it's just not... I just can't. Like, cross-hatching and hatching are just not a thing for me in digital currently. Like, I am working on it, but, like, it not really that good. What if I... Where's my rotate button? Not the rulers. Okay. Woo! Wee! Okay, what if... Dragging away from me, so... Okay. Phew! Oh, look at that straight line, boy! He's so straight. There we go. He's still slightly off, but you know what? I'm fine with it. I'm happy that I got that straight a line. Even though I know that, like, you can just hit shift, like here, watch. Straight line. Look how straight it is. So that's holding shift and basically using a ruler. And, like, yeah. Ooh, Tuna just uploaded her new... Ah! My gosh, where's mine? Okay, it's shipping out next week. Awesome. I might just, like, showcase that book just because, like, Tuna is one of my favorite artists. So I really look up to her. If you don't know who she is, Tuna Snaps on Instagram. She's really cool. Really chill person. Really enjoy her art. And she just partnered with an author whose name is Joetown17. Joey Donaldson, who actually wrote the story, and she actually illustrated it, and the books just got in, and I kickstarted it, so my copy should be coming in the next week, and I'm really happy, because I love her art, and I can't wait to see more of it, because it's like a whole comic, like they did a whole comic book, and it's been like a year of making it. Okay, so looks like somebody else sent me something. I am using the wrong mouse. And let me... Who sent it where? Don't see any new ones here. I'm blind. Which might be a very possible thing. Where'd my phone go? Phone has everything in it. Oh wait, I'm real dumb sometimes. I was using my phone to type. Couldn't find my phone though. Even though I was using it to type. chat. Chat? Oh wait, do you mean in the YouTube chat? I don't see it. See it in the Instagram chat. It. Okay, it's in this. Am I blind? I could very well be blind. That is a very possible thing. Oh, wait. Again. Awesome. Hey, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, those hands. Oh, it's beautiful. Sorry, I'm being selfish and hogging it. Hogging the beauty all to myself. What I do. Horrible, horrible boy I am. Okay, I am saving that, and then I'm gonna smack it over to the stream real quick. But I just kind of want to like say like, oh my gosh, the anatomy. Like I've been studying anatomy here recently. I've been trying to get better at it. Just cause like I really want to get better at it. So like just it's so good. I am going to actually just make this easier on myself quick and post it on my Discord. So that way I can grab it really quick and then just delete the post. Like, I love it. Oh, nice. The anatomy is really good. I mean, the chest could use a little bit more definition, but I mean, like, that's fine. I don't know what kind of person you're trying to do. But like, oh, it's so good. Like the arm, the tapering on the forearm's good. That hand though, like, oh, I love it. As someone who has like, I wouldn't say like I hate drawing hands. I actually love it because it's a good challenge. And when you get down to it, like, hands aren't like the end of the world. Like, I really don't get why people have a very, like, hatred of hands. Because, like, you know, sure, yeah, they're a very complex thing. But, like, so's the human head. Like, I have more trouble with a human head than I do a hand. Like, a hand basically just kind of do, like, something like this. Where, like, each hand is kind of going its own way. Finger. Like, something like this. And this is very messy, very... You can't tell what the heck this is. Just because, like, I'm messy. I'm a very messy person. Sorry. But, like, the tapering of the arm. And stuff like that. Nails. Put on that to give it a little bit more form. I'm sitting here drawing a hand when I should be doing a portrait. I mean, it's more of a fist, which is the easiest thing to draw as a hand is a fist. But like I've learned so much from doing a figure drawing class, and I'm really happy with it. But anyway, the portrait should pop up sometime. I really want to give them kudos. I'd love to know, like, how long they've been doing art. You know, and how And like when I say art, because like everyone says, you know, when you ask them, how long have you been doing art? Oh man, since like I was born, pretty much. But I mean like actually legitimately, did I save it in the wrong spot? I might have saved it in the wrong spot. I'm still not seeing. But like what most people are actually asking is when you started taking art seriously and like actually, you know, learning all the rules and stuff of art. So like for me, for instance, I've been doing art for about a year. Yeah, I'm still not seeing it. Where the heck are you? I'm going to come and destroy your face! Where did you save to? Why are you not being all cozy? JPEG. No, you're in there. You're in the... It's not showing any new art. Oh, you're just being a jerk, aren't you? Okay, fine. Then I will just replace... Oh, no, there it goes. Yay! Now it's updated for whatever reason. Weird. Maybe I should notice. That could also be a very possible reason. But like that's the thing as I want to know is like how long have each of you guys that are here currently been taking art seriously? Yeah, she told me that you... That style, being able to do things like that has been around a year. Nice! Like, that's the thing that's really... Like what I really like to see is it's like, you know... Because everybody drew as a kid. Everybody. Like, you know, I doodled as a kid, but I never took it seriously. You know, I never sat down and learned all the different things, top to bottom. Like now, it's like, I've been doing it for about a year. It'll be 2 years in October. But it's like now, it's like I can do, like, boxes and stuff like that. That used to, I would not be able to do this type of stuff. Like, I never learned perspective as a kid because I was like, I just don't get it. I just didn't understand it. And like, you know, one of the most heartbreaking things for me when I was a kid growing up, I think one of the things that made me stop doing art was I'd picked up one of those old school, like, how to draw manga books because I was real mad into cartoons, and I was like, I want to draw cartoons. And, like, I had done, like, the collarbone. And I wish that I was the me I am now back then, because I would have taken this as a challenge instead of like an insult, and I would have not stopped drawing, and I'd probably be a lot further along in my artistic journey than I am now. But you know, whatever. You know, it's like things happen for a reason in the past or whatever, and they shape how you are today. But like, one person had said they have a really muscular neck. And, like, I took that as, like, oh, this isn't good. Which, granted, it wasn't. Like, the head, if I remember the exact drawing I had done, which I don't even know if I still have. But, like, the head was too big, the facial features were too small and pushed together, and the neck wasn't the worst thing in the world. Like, I think I did one of these numbers where it's like, got this, got that, then we've got that, something like that. Which, granted, this is very male neck. Like, this is a very male-ish neck with its, you know, kind of wide thing. It's kind of got a Adam's apple there. That, you know, stuff like this, basically. Which, actually, this would be more... But anyway, this was a very, like, a very male-looking thing. And at the time, that's not what I was really trying to draw. I was trying to draw a female. That is a way out there shoulder, by the way. But, like, I was very, like, disheartened from that. And that's what stopped me from really drawing a lot. Which, it was funny, because beforehand, oh, I can't control Z anymore. That's not good. Because I put that on all in one layer. Note to self, when explaining things that are irrelevant, don't draw on your layer that you're drawing on. But anyway, because basically before that happened, I drew every day. I had a sketchbook, and it wasn't even a sketchbook. It was a composition book with lined paper, and I drew every moment in class. So much so that a teacher actually had to abscond my book and be like, you know, no, you can't draw on this anymore. Stop. Which, you know, that's one of the, like, worst things and that's why I'm so, like, very positive on people. Like, no matter your artistic level, I will never tell you, oh, that's awful. You should never, like, do any of this ever again. Because that's what happened to me, and that's why I didn't draw as much as a kid, and I never want anyone else to have that ever. Like, ever. And so it's like, to me, like, no matter what your skill level is, that doesn't matter. Because if you love it, and you're gonna keep doing it. As long as you have someone there cheering you on. And I'm more than happy to be that guy that cheers you on. Because, like, you get stuff like everyone's got to start somewhere. Nobody starts off like, oh, I'm amazing already. Like, there's no such thing as that type of person. It just doesn't exist. Like, I'm sorry. It does not. And so, like, I never want anyone to ever feel like, oh, I'm not good at this, I should just quit. Because that's the only way you'll ever fail, is if you quit. And I know all of y'all are better than that. I know all y'all are smart, fantastic people, and are very talented. And are able to do... And let me actually approach this from a geometric perspective here. But, like, I know all of y'all, like, not only in the stream, but those who aren't joining us currently, but basically anybody that tries to do anything creative or otherwise, you're all very fantastic people, and very creative and very, like, very skilled at what you do. Nobody starts from fantastic levels right out the gate. Like, if you really want to look, which I don't recommend doing this, please don't do this, but, like, you can go back to my very first video on this channel. It's awful. The mic quality is bad, the editing is bad, my commentary is not good, but, like, compare that to what I do now. And there's a massive improvement. Not only from how I talk, how my voice is, the quality of the recording, and the editing that I do when I upload a video, which sometimes not like great. And that's the thing, is like, that's one thing I absolutely adore about art, is you never stop improving. You never stop getting better. You just keep learning and learning and learning and getting better and better and better. There's no plateau. There's no, like, oh, I know everything, I can do everything. Like, you're always getting better and doing better and just trying new things, and that's great. I love that. And, like, I love when it's like, you know, I may never make a very good drawing, but it's like, at least I'm learning every step of the way. And, like, that's the important thing. That's why I wanted to do this, where it's like, I'm sitting here painting a portrait. It may not be a very good portrait, but I'm still gonna do it. Okay, let me just go in here real quick. Sketch out the parts of the nose really quick. Just to kind of give myself an idea. But, like, that's the thing, is it's like... Granted, I'm much better and much more experienced at drawing on paper. It's just what I started with, because I didn't have enough money to buy a tablet, and I was like, you know, didn't really... I didn't have the right mindset, if I'm being honest, on doing digital art, because I was just like, I need to get better at doing traditional art before I can do digital, and so I gotta do all these other steps first, and that's not the case. Like, honestly, if any budding artists are out here, I don't know if you are or not, but if any budding artists ever listen to this, what you should do is focus on both. Because just because you're working on one does not mean that the other has to sit there on the sideline. You know, do like a traditional drawing with traditional materials. Any material will do. Paper, doesn't matter. You don't have to buy fancy paper, you don't have to buy fancy pencils. You can just buy a number 2 pencil and just go with that. Granted, you won't get as much value out of it, like, and I'm not talking value as in money, I'm talking value as in shading. But like, you can just do with whatever you've got. Like, that's fine. There are multiple times where it's like, I've only got a number 2 pencil. Well, cool, awesome, I'll draw. Type thing. You know, you don't have to buy like all the, like, I don't have a Cintiq. I would love a Cintiq. I would absolutely adore having a Cintiq, but I can't afford one. So I did the next best thing. I used, for the longest time, I had a Huion tablet, which not the most amazing thing in the world for me personally, just because I'm a Mac user and the drivers on that were not fantastic, but it worked and it was fine. Honestly, out of all the Chinese brands of tablets, I would say Huion is probably one of the better ones. But like, I finally just decided, I started using my iPad as a Cintiq replacement. But honestly, I bought a Wacom Intuos Pro just because I was like, I want to get the Wacom experience and kind of understand all the pressure sensitivity stuff, all that jazz, which it's all gobbledygook, basically. As long any modern tablet you get now is gonna be fine for pressure sensitivity. You could even go back a few years and be fine. But I just decided to do that because it's like I wanted to learn with it. I wanted to, because the industry uses it, so why not? And I had spare money at the time. So I was like, okay. So I bought one. But you don't necessarily have to. You know, as much as I would love a Wacom Cintiq or 16, or even heck, the 16 Pro, that'd be awesome, but you know, it's whatever. Because technically well, whatever. Neither here nor there. But essentially, what I did was I just went with what I could afford. And that's fine. Like, Purple over here got him a wonderful little, oh, darn it. It's a Huion tablet. And it's like, I am over the moon for the dude. Like, I am so happy he got him a wonderful little tablet. I can't wait to see what amazing stuff he puts out. Because it's gonna be awesome. Because the dude's awesome. And I can't wait. I'm really excited for him. Because I know that he's going to make some good stuff with it. Because he's going to be learning. All along the way. And it's like, that's the kind of, like, passion that I love. Yeah, the H610 Pro V2, yeah, all that. Honestly, companies I think are not really trying anymore with names. It's, ugh. but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, exactly. Like, Complementary Alien has the exact right mentality with it. It's like, you could do anything with anything. And then, like, this brow line's awful, but, like, the mentality of, like, you know, oh, well, I can't... Because, like, even I had this mentality for a time, where I was like, oh, I can't, you know, learn to do this because I don't have, you know, enough, like, class knowledge on that. That is a nonsense excuse, and I don't think anyone should ever use that excuse. That you can't learn just by doing. Because literally, the internet is a thing. I don't know if you know it. It's a pretty rare, it's a pretty, like, obscure thing, the internet. But, like, you can learn anything on the internet. You don't have to have, like, you know, an actual class. Because there is no class for some of the stuff that I want to do. Like, storyboarding, there is a college class, but that's about it, and it teaches you the bare basics, and I was like, that's not good enough for me. I want to get into the bare bone. I want to get deep into the bones. And so, like, I started just looking up stuff online. And, like, that's the thing, is it's like, you keep on learning. You keep on trying to get more and more info. And you just keep learning and learning and learning and getting better and better and better. Exactly. And that's the kind of, like, that's the thing I love about a lot of your art communities and stuff. And that's why I'm so very proud of my own community. Because you guys are so supportive of everybody that comes in. And that I could not be more proud of. Like, legitimately, I could not be more proud of you guys for that. Because it's like one of the things that I was afraid of in the back of my mind. Again, this was in the back of my mind, and it was a minute fear, but I was afraid, like, when I started doing these art streams, people would be, you know, negative or, you know, whatever, and that is the exact opposite of what you guys did. You guys were accepting, you guys were like, cool, this is awesome, and, like, that made me so dang proud, I can't even express it. Like, I was like, this is my community. You know, I'm so glad that, you know, I don't know if it's because I'm such a caring and accepting individual that I fostered a caring and accepting community. I don't know if it's because most of you guys are from the My Little Pony fandom, or, you know, some of you guys are. I don't know what ratio is that anymore, since I don't really do brony content anymore. I don't know how many people are actually still bronies, or, like, still from the brony thing of my channel, but whatever. Neither here nor there. But, like, it just really made me very happy to see that so many people were so supportive of not only me, but also of each other, and each person's different artistic skill levels. And that really just made me very happy. And it still makes me very happy to this day, where it's like, you know, so many people are like, because let's be honest, the world's a bad place. The world's not exactly a fun place all the time. And it's like, I created this channel with the intent on, why is my nose not moving? With the intent of, basically being a place where people could get away. People could be who they want to be. Oh, that's why. People could be who they want to be and not have to worry about being, like, persecuted or judged or whatever. Oh, now you all move together! But that way people could just do what they want and enjoy themselves. And, like, they wouldn't have to worry about being judged or anything like that, because enough of that stuff happens in the real world, man, you know? And it's like, you know, I know as much as, like, the term safe space is kind of like a negative term in a lot of lights, I always thought of, like, this channel as I wanted it to be someone's safe space. I wanted it to be a place where it's like you could, if you have an awful day, a terrible, terrible day, you get fired from your job, your wife leaves you, or girlfriend leaves you, or husband leaves you, or whatever, and, like, you just have an awful, awful day. And you come here, and you feel better. You know, that was the intent of the channel from the get-go. You know? Because it's like, I started it because, and I've told this story a billion times, and I'm honestly getting tired of telling it, but I started this channel, and I keep bringing it up anyway, but I started this channel because I was in a bad spot in life. And it's like, I wanted to make a place where I would feel okay, where I would feel safe. And it's like, just being able to do that was, like, really empowering to me. So, like, I just hope that everyone knows, you know, regardless of how your day is, I'm hoping you're doing a fantastic and you're being awesome, because you are. This looks weird. Very weird. That lip is... yeah. Oh, this is not... we have normal portrait. Oh yeah, no, I fully, like, love you guys. Like, every single one of you is a fantastic human being in my eyes. Because you guys, like, actually legitimately try to be, or do better, you know? And that's what I love most, is it's like, you guys actually are at least trying to make the world something. I don't know what, but just saying that, like, I hope you guys know that I appreciate you guys, and that more often than not, on days where I'm having a down day, you guys are always there helping me pick myself up. So, I hope that no matter what, you guys know that. And I know it's sappy, and I know it's kind of, like, gross feels, but just saying. Why is the eraser selected? So confused. Why are you erasing? I didn't have the eraser selected. What the heck? Oh, I'm not erasing, I'm making a brush. Or I'm using... There we go. That's better. Okay, so... I'm not really supposed to do the hand. Like, I know I probably should, but I'm not, because this really isn't this isn't like a hand class, and I'm honestly going a little bit further than I should with the neck and stuff. But like, I don't like not having a neck. I feel like it just needs a neck. I think the neck's a little thin. Might be wrong. Oh my gosh. Really happy with how that hat turned out. Don't know why. I'm just really happy with the hat. I'm just like, that's a good hat. I'm such a dumb. I love it. I don't like anything else but that hat, though. Oh yeah, speaking of hats, what merch do you guys want? I've been sitting on a merch like thing that I need to make, like merch. So like, but I've been racking my brain like, what kind of merch do you guys even want? Plastered with me all over it. Like, I wouldn't even know. Because, like, I've been wanting to make merch, but I don't honestly know what to make. Like, there's nothing that I have that's iconic that I can actually do without getting sued. Hey, it's a beanie! It is indeed a beanie, although I think I've made the... I think I made this a little... It may be too... No, not too wide. Maybe shrink that down a bit. Consider it sold. I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't mind doing beanies. I just don't know what to put on them. That, like, because, like, I don't have any, like, iconic catchphrases or, like, I technically don't have an avatar. I mean, I guess I've got my little horse, but, like, I'd have to attempt to find that artist. Like, I don't think they have a Tumblr anymore, so it's like, I don't know. That was the way I found them, so, like, that was my only point of contact. And it's been years. I don't even know where they are anymore. So, like, I don't know what to do about that, because that's a licensing issue where it's like, technically I own the character, but they own the art, and, like, I want to make sure they get a fair cut of any merchandise sold with it. But I can't find them. So it's like, oops. Like, like, for my human character, I actually still have the artist's contact information. And so it's like, I could still get in touch with them, be like, hey, yo, I'm starting to do some merch. I want to give you a cut of the merch since you're the person that did the art. And kind of give you credit on the site and stuff like that. So I just need to know how much I can get, how much sounds fair. You know, here's what I think is fair and then go from there. But like, that's the thing, is it's like, unleash your idea out into the community. I mean, like, that's just it. I don't have any ideas. Like, the one thing I had was, like, a slight... Let me see if I've still got those ideas marked down somewhere. Like, I know I've got... Yeah, I know I put it somewhere. Well, like, that's the thing, is it's like I've wanted to update my entire like channel art for months. Like, for a long time I've wanted to do it. And like, part of me wanted to do it myself, but honestly, like, I'm not high enough skilled yet to really make it to the quality levels that I want. And so it's like, I wouldn't mind commissioning an artist to do all that, but that's a lot of money. Like, that is a lot of money, because, like, my Fallout outfit that I use my guy on, it was, I think, like $50, which, not bad. Like, it's not bad, I just don't have the money right now. Like, that's the only issue. At a whole, is like, I'm constantly not having money. But what I might do, I honestly want to rethink a lot of what I want to do, just because, like, I want to kind of pivot it away from, and I don't mean this in a bad way, like, really, I don't. Make my Futaba dream come true! I don't know, I was thinking about doing a Persona-style character as well. But, like, those characters are so well designed, I just don't even know where to begin, man. But, like, I don't know, I wanted to kind of pivot away from, like, My Little Pony, not in a bad way. Like, I don't mean, like, you know, oh, I'm ashamed of it, or, oh, you know, I don't, you know, like it anymore, or anything like that. It's not that at all. It's that, like, the show has ended. I can't really do pony content anymore due to various rules of the government. So it's kind of like a thing of, like, I kind of want to pivot away from that, since that's not what I'm doing, and that's not what really is going to reflect on the brand, or my brand, I suppose, because technically I am a brand, even though I'm not really into that whole technical speak of, like, I'm a brand and I'm a blah 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 blah. But, like, I don't know. I've been known for one thing for so long, and that's the MLP content, and that's fine. You know, I still love MLP, and I still enjoy it for what it is, and it's awesome. You know, but it's like I've got to the point where it's like kind of at an impasse of like, I really don't want, I don't want the government to come knocking down my door, which granted, as far as I'm aware, I've been told I'm okay, but like at the same time, it's kind of like I also want to expand out on my own, like for my own stuff. And like I honestly was thinking of having the character have pins, like have a, okay, hang on. I'm about to do stuff. I want a new layer. So what I want to do is not that. Actually, I want to do. Okay, so what I wanted to do was have a character that was basically me, but I was having a hard time figuring out what I wanted to do with them, or like how I wanted to make them look and stuff like that. But I basically wanted to give them a nice, like, kind of jacket or something. Maybe not a jacket, maybe a shirt, but basically have a shirt where it's got little pins, like, because I love pins and I love collecting pins. And have like a pony pin, you know, have like a little pony, little pin, right? Something like this, you know, like have a pin of like my OC, like that is you can't even tell what that is. But have it something like that, and like have like a has-been pin, but not, it can't be a has-been character because I don't want to get sued. It'd be great if I could not. Even though technically I know it falls into a grayish area, but if I'm making any merch off of it or anything like that, I can't. I legally can't have it. But like have like a has-been style character, and stuff like that. Because like I was racking my brain for the longest time to figure out, you know, okay, what? Because I want to have like represent my gaming and also my artistic style, or not style, because I'm not really doing the whole style thing. I'm just doing art, you know. The style thing will come eventually, but yeah, and I really like your little character there, Purple. It's really like it's memorable. I can pick you out in like a sea of avatars because it's like you're very you. And so like that's kind of what I was thinking about, because like I also want to do like for my outro. I don't really have one. You know, I've got kind of an outro audio and stuff like that, but I wanted to have an outro background. And what I was thinking of doing for the longest time was having me sitting at a drafting table. But like have myself sitting at a drafting table and kind of just doodling. Like something like that, where it's like, you know, me doodling away, you know, have it animate to where it's like I'm drawing, and then like having. All right, see you later, alien. Love your art, by the way. Thank you so much for sharing it with us, and I hope to see you in a future stream because you're awesome like that. But I have it kind of doodling away, and then have like my patrons. Like I was honestly thinking of doing like I don't know, like a little stuffed dragon or something like that, which I know weird, but like something that was bringing along like a train of like little like, you know, ABC blocks, but instead like having like, for instance, the Patreon logo, and then have it connected with like rope, and then have like name here, you know, name here, name here, name here, and having them move across, something like that. I don't know why I had a thing with the blocks, but that was one thing I was tossing around, and just having me go in the background. Because it's like, I also want to change, like, everything. Like, I'm talking even the notification system on streams and stuff. Because right now it's still ponies, which is fine, but I also wanted to change it to my own stuff. Like, characters that I want to make, and stuff like that. But, kind of have to figure out, like, what I want to do with them before I really get into doing stuff with them, I guess. So it's just a big fat process. And I've really got to get working on this thing. But I've just got to find, like, an artist to do it. And, like, another thing I wanted to do, and I might still do this, is do some watercolor, like, thumbnails for Animal Crossing. I don't know why, but I always think of watercolor when I play that game series. Like, if that game series was like an art style, it would be watercolor. Don't know why. I guess because, like, the flowy nature of watercolors and kind of the free of, like, just, like, you're gonna put this drop here and it's gonna just kind of spread out and splurge and kind of be free form. And that's kind of what Animal Crossing is in a lot of ways, especially now with New Horizons. That new info that just dropped today makes me really excited, and I can't wait to play it. Which also got me thinking about doing, like, digital wellness. Also, hey, Anime Ghost, how you doing? But, like, doing digital wellness streams, which I know sounds like a weird concept, but it's just, like, a concept I had this morning, where I was thinking, like, it'd be really cool to get, like, to do, like, a multi-game stream, but, like, they all involve improving yourself in some way, shape, or form. Like, for instance, start out with Ring Fit Adventure for fitness, then move into, like, Murder by Numbers, which is a game coming out March 5th, for Brain, basically, because it's a Picross style game, which is kind of like a puzzle game, or even like the Layton series for another puzzle game. Then move into like Animal Crossing for relaxation and just kind of to wind down. And like each one of these would be like at least a minimum of an hour interval between each game. So like say Ring Fit, we do an hour. Then Murder by Numbers, we do another hour. And then Animal Crossing, we do an hour and a half or something like that to cool down and wind down. And just kind of do stuff like that as a way of like, you know, not only giving myself time, because like, I'll be honest, I don't work out anymore. I don't go to the gym anymore. I'm not active anymore, and that really has been bothering me. Not only that, I don't use my brain, like the logical side of my brain very much anymore. I just don't. Ever since I finished high school, I haven't like done math in a long time, and it really dawned on me like the other day when I was doing a D&D session, and they were like, "Well, how much is this?" And I was like, "I honestly don't know. My brain can't think of it. Like I just couldn't do basic division or basic multiplication without breaking out a calculator." And I was like, "That's sad. That's really sad." So it's like, I really want to get back into, you know, learning stuff. And so it's like, I really need to I want to try and get stuff that'll help train my brain again to, and you know, brain training. Yeah, that's the app or the thing you do. You know what I'm talking. But like that's one thing that I could do is I could do the brain training game on Switch. It came out a while back, or you know, stuff like that. And basically to just kind of give myself a moment to sit there and actually improve myself, you know? And hopefully inspire others to do the same. Give me 1 sec, guys. I actually need to grab my charger real quick. I will be right back. See, I was thinking about doing something with my phone, but I was thinking like, I mean, there's a bunch of like really good, like I still wanted it to be entertaining, you know? I didn't want it to seem like, oh, we're doing math, you know, type thing. Granted, I do need math, but what I mean is like, I want it to be entertaining. I want it to be like fun. And like, I was thinking, you know, oh, what's more perfect than like the brain training games or like not only the brain training games but also like Layton. Professor Layton is a very good, it has a variety of different puzzles that activate different parts of your brain. And like there's also granted, I was just thinking for the Switch, honestly. I don't know why my brain laser focused onto the Switch. Because I guess because I like the system so much. But like there are a lot of different things you can do with the Switch. Like there's a very many games that you can do for it. But, like, that's just one example. I guess because there's not a whole lot of, like, edutainment, but, like, for adult-style games on any other console, I guess. Because, like, Layton really isn't on anything except phone. Picross, I don't think's on anything except for Nintendo. Maybe a few things here and there. But like, there's really not anything on the other consoles that I know of. So it's like, and I know there's probably a bunch of stuff on PC as well, that we could do. And it was just kind of like an idea I had. Yeah, the app would be more for off-stream stuff. Yeah, I totally get that. But like, just saying, like stuff like that, I feel like would help me stick with it more. If I have like a Layton game or something like that, because I love Layton. I absolutely adore those games and what they do. I feel like I've changed the angle of her head. Or not her head, her beanie. Like it goes... I've got it way... But anyway, it's just a random thought I had, a random like, because I get these sometimes where it's like I'll get an idea for interesting bit of content that I could do. Because I found that that's the best way to get me to do anything, and it's really sad. It really is. But, like, if I tell myself, like, okay, I can do this for YouTube, and I can do this for, like, content-wise, I don't know why, but that's the only thing my brain is like, okay, cool, we'll do that. Like, that's the only way I get stuff done, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Just because, like, that's an awful mindset to have. Is it's like, I can only do things productively if I'm on YouTube. I guess because, like, when I first got out of high school and stuff, you know, I had no motivation to do anything, and, like, this was the only way I could get myself to motivate, was, like, being like, hey, you've got people that enjoy your stuff, you know, do it. Here's on the side. That's the problem. It's close down here. And it's like, I'm not saying like, oh, you know, I'm only in it for the views, or I'm only in it for the content or whatever, stuff like that. Like, I'm not. Otherwise, I'd be doing this every day, all day, and I'd just be sitting here playing like there's no tomorrow. And I'd be trend chasing and all that. It's like, that's not what I mean. It's just that the thought of like disappointing people motivated me at the time. I've been trying to get away from that. I've been trying to be like, you know, hey, let me do this for me type thing. A little hide. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone here. Hey, bud. I grabbed the... I've got like 3 mice on my darn computer screen. My darn computer, like, desk. Everything at once. Everything at once! Ooh. Ew, yeah. That's defo wrong. That explains it. Looks like I made the bean. It looks almost as... like the head I've got. Nope. I'm gonna keep it. Although the hair is complete. Heck, you could not use the history eraser because the history... I'm not asking for the history eraser. I'm asking for the darn What? What's happening? Why are you not? You're not on the eraser. There we go. There we go. Stop freaking out on me. Let's do that. To taper her hair, because why not? Show me where her hair actually goes, so I'm gonna just assume there. Fine. Look, there's actually another shirt. That might be her shirt. Actually, might be. No, actually, because I'm freaking out. Find her. Shortcut key to move. I'ma find it. I've me. Right bracket. Brush side. That's not true. That one. One of you. Fine, I'll just. Basically, I'm just getting the coats, like the first coat down. I'm obviously not going to start. Okay, base color's down. Name these. Mermaid. Embe. Name layer group. Base colors. Off. Up top. Guys, I'll be right back. Gonna take a bathroom break, and then eyes and mouth. Eyes and mouth. Derby. All right. Back to. Nice purple. Waluigi has a definite, like, he's got very good, like, facial exaggeration, and like his body's very lanky, so it's really gonna be interesting to see how you handle that. You'll be fine. He's got a very pronounced chin. I think you'll do fine. Regardless, it'll be a great learning experience either way, so that's what I always look at it, is it's like, art may not turn out right, but I learned a lot along the way. Yeah, teeth are interesting. What I tend to do is just draw like so what I do is awful. But basically, what you'll do is kind of flips. Never mind. I don't know what I'm doing. But basically, gotta do. There's a way to do teeth. Don't know how to properly explain that. Basically, depending on how you're wanting to do teeth, I'm assuming it's not a realistic fashion. Because good gravy, could you imagine Waluigi with realistic looking teeth? We'd have a Sonic the Hedgehog all over again. So Waluigi, Ray. Ascus. Pretty sure I'm just drawing with more. Basically what you want to do is just gonna make like basically the shape of the mouth, and then oh, this is kind of scarily how well this is working out, but it's a me, Mario. I know this isn't Waluigi. I'm just making a point. So like, you'll basically just do. Say this is a shape of a mouth. You'll basically just do essentially something like that. I gotta erase all that. Good enough. get the shape eye down. Normally an eye. Ah, hatching is weird on this. Ah! Can't, like, make it really light. I mean, I can, but, like... Yeah, can't do it. I bet there's a way, I just don't. That is weird. Yeah, gonna make for an interesting effect, though. Interesting. Neat. That's weird. Okay, so I'll generally look like generally, being very general. When did I make that? I don't even know where that. What layer is that even on? When did I even have black? Oh my gosh, it's part of the background. Oh lordy. What is wrong with me? No, I don't want to. I just want to unlock it. I just want to unlock it. There we go. Thank you. Oh gosh, forgot that's background. That's transparent. Eh. Now reload. Oh, I know what I'm missing. The pre- Oh, what's going on, Perp? What you got? Alright. Well, hey, at least you learned something. 32 white horses. Huh? Nice. Well, now you just gotta fix one thing then. Alrighty, guys. Unfortunately, I have realized it was almost 1 in the morning because I got work in the morning. But I did get fairly far. I didn't get to actually paint anything just yet. I got the colors down, but getting to paint just yet. I was struggling with the eyes, getting the eyes right, which is a constant issue I have. So, tell you what I'll do is I don't work that late tomorrow, so we'll pick this up tomorrow and do some more painting and stuff like that. I'll probably try and either work on this in my spare time tomorrow and then come back and have it be a little bit more of the actual painting process instead of more of the sketching phase. I was debating on doing that, and I was debating on, like, should I do the sketches now? Should I do sketches ahead of time, prepare them, and then just do the painting? Yeah, I got a lot sidetracked. But I think what I'll do is I will prepare the sketches beforehand and then do just the painting process, because that alone takes a long time. But that way, like, we can get to the more better stuffs. Hey, Tyson, I didn't even know you were here, bud. But anyway, guys, I will catch you tomorrow, where we will hopefully finish this chick off, then start on the Procreate one on my iPad. I've actually already got that one. I've at least got the reference image and stuff cleared up, so I will just do a sketch on it and then just start working on it. So hopefully we'll get this one done. I'm actually go ahead and... Oh, portrait practice. Where's my PSDs? That one. Where did you go? Oh yeah, you are. Alright, so anyway guys, I will catch you later. Bye-bye.